Well, hello, brothers and sisters out there. How you doing? Joanne Hill. I see your Joy Hancock down there. How you doing? Come on in, brothers. Come on in, sister. Got a good show for you tonight. Welcome to Over the Hump Day. Come on in. Sisters, I got a good show for you tonight. How you doing, mother? I see your Joy Hancock down there. Sisters, I got a good show for you tonight. Brothers, you need to listen up. I want everybody to come towards the front, don't sit towards the back. I want the ladies to sit in the front, and you brothers, you sit right behind me, because brothers, you need to listen to this. Sisters, I got the remedy. I got some signs how you can know that a man is truly drawn to you and that you are an attractive woman. And I'm talking about the outside or the inside. I could be talking about a combination of both of them. So I want you to stick in. Those of you that are here tonight, I'm glad that you're here to be with your brother Tony. If you have any comments during the broadcast, go ahead and put it down there, but be very respectful to the audience. If there's something that you want to add to the show, I want you to feel free that you can add something to the show. So come on in. We're going to give a few more people just an opportunity to come on in. We got a few seconds, and then we're going to dive into tonight's topic, okay? So hold on. We're going to have a good show tonight. Well, how you doing, brothers? How you doing, sisters out there? How you doing? Welcome to the Over the Hump Day, my brother and sister. Your brother Tony M. Toomer is here. For those of you that don't know me, that's my name. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationship pertaining to that of a man and a woman, male and a female, from a biblical perspective. When I said biblical, I believe strongly that God created the man and the woman to be together as one, with him in the middle. So it take God and the man. It take God and the woman. It take God, the man, and the woman to have a unique and strong, powerful relationships. If you don't believe in the concept of a man and a woman being together, you have what is called a free will, my brother and sister. You could do whatever you choose to do, but if you look at this particular broadcast, I talk strictly about the relationship of that between a man and a woman, strictly from a biblical perspective. It's documented starting in the book of Genesis. It's clearly documented. God started the world off with one man and one woman. He did not start it off with two men. He did not start it off with two women. He started off with male and female. Both the man and the woman was created in God's image and likeness. And with that said, we're about to get into tonight's content. Sisters, how do you know whether you are attracted to a man? We're not talking about no beauty pageants or nothing like that. We're not talking about movies. We're not talking about you being a goddess or nothing like that. We're talking about, how do you know that you are attracted to a man? Notice I said a man. I didn't say men. I say a man. A specific man. Not a perfect man, but a specific man. A good man. Okay? We're not talking about a worldly man. We're talking about a spiritual man. And this is where we're going to come from, my brother and sister. So tonight's broadcast is about 12 signs that a man's very attracted to you, sister. And this is directly mostly to my single sisters, okay? 12 signs that a man is very attracted to you. How you doing, Sister Twyla Robertson? There are 12 signs. Now, my sister, if you see yourself in this, you may not hit all 12 signs, but it's going to be 12 signs, my sister, that you can identify that you are very attracted to a specific man. Not all men, but there is a specific man in mind that will find you. All you have to do, my sister, is have your life right, and you have a unique relationship with God, and you are being molded into that virtuous woman. And while you're being molded into that virtuous woman, God will cause the right man to find you. All you have to do is leave it to God, and he's going to set up the situation where the right man find you. And my sister, those of you that are up in age and you desire to have a relationship with a man, do not panic. Do not panic. Don't get over anxious, because God is at work, okay? So don't look at everybody and say, what about me? What about me? Your time is coming, okay? Your time is coming. But as you know, I have to lay down the foundation for my topic. So we're going to pour the cement into our little box, and we're about to build our house on it. So tonight's topic is 12 signs that a man's very attracted to you. As it is written in Proverbs 31:30. Again, Proverbs 31:30. Proverbs 31:30. Solomon was moved to write this, and it stated, charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeing, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Okay? So it said charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeing. What does that mean? Okay, sister, you can have charm, but it's going to take more than charm, okay? And also, beauty flees. What that mean? As you get older, sister, how you looked in high school, you're not going to look like that no more. So it's letting you know straight up that charm is deceptive. And also your outside look, sister, you got to understand this. You are going to age, and you are going to change in your physical features, okay? Just like a man going to age, but sister, so you got to understand that you're going to change. You're not like you used to be. You're not in Kansas anymore. When you went to ours, you don't go back to Kansas. You could go back to Kansas, but once you go back to Kansas, you're not going to be the same once you go to ours, okay? So what am I saying? Sister, you got to realize this. Your features are going to change. That's why when it comes to a relationship with a man, sister, it got to be more than just how you look on the outside, okay? And brother, you need to understand this too. When you see a woman, the woman that you see today, and if you be with a woman for years and years and years, it got to be something besides how that woman looking on the outside or how she's shaped, okay? So some of you, brother, you get so carried away on the physical features of a woman. You get so carried away where you need a trophy. But you see, a woman is more than a trophy. A woman is created for you, brother, as the Bible clearly say that the man was not created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. The woman was created to be a helpmeet, okay? So, sister, when the right man approach you, these are some of the signs. There are 12 signs, and you can see whether you fit in this category. We're about to start with number 1. How can you know that a certain man is very attracted to you? Number 1. He sees the door. What do I mean? It's just like a man walking up to a house. That's you. Okay? You live inside your body, okay? So put this in mind. We're going to just come up with an image, right? You are a house. And this man see you, because men are visuals. Keep in mind, men are visual, okay? So you are a house. So he sees the door. He's going to be checking you out, right? So when this man check you out, there's going to be something about you that's going to stand out, okay? You're going to either be if we use the little 3-pig situation, you're going to be a straw house. You're going to be, what else you're going to be? It's a wood house, or you're going to be a brick house. That's what you're going to be when a man finds you. You're going to be a straw house, you're going to be a wooden house, or you're going to be a brick house. And the brick house came way before the Commodore 32, 24, 36. Oh, with a winning hand. This is something more deeper. What does the straw house represent? What does the wood house represent? and what does the brick house represent? And you one of these three houses, sister, okay? The straw house, you are viewed as being temporary. Number 2, the wooden house, you are viewed as temporary long-term. The brick house, you are wifey material. Back to the straw house, you are temporary to a not so good man. That means this man just want to use you. Okay? The second, you are a wooden house. This man, he will invest some time in you, and it could go on for years, but he doesn't want to marry you. The brick house is the solid house. So as we know, when you listen to the story, the Three Little Pigs, right? What the wolf said, I huff and puff and blow the house down. The wolf was able to blow down that straw house and the wooden house, but it couldn't do nothing to that brick house. That's what you sisters are. You are a brick house. So when that man come up to you, to the door, it's something about you that stands out. It's something unique. It's something very, very unique about you than any other women. Now, this man that approach you, he is an investor. He wants to invest time in a good woman. So he's going to check you out. It's just like when he's going to go purchase a home. He's going to really check the house out. So he's going to come up towards you. Number 2, he will knock on the door. What does knock on the door represent? He will decide to approach you with pure intent. He really want to get to know who you are on the inside of that beautiful face, inside of that nicely built body, okay? How you doing, Sister Kitty? So he will decide to approach you, but he got pure intent in heart. Number 3, he will see if you will open the door for him. What do I mean by open the door? Are you going to invite him in? You see, a good man, he's not going to pressure you into anything, okay? He's not going to pressure you. He's going to knock on the door, and he's going to wait until you decide to open the door so he can get to know you, okay? 4, he sees in his mind that you are the one for him. Once you allow this man to get to know you a little bit, he's going to quickly know whether or not you wifely material, okay? So, like I always tell you, sisters and brothers, know what I'm about to say is the truth. We know, when I said we don't talk about men in general, we know whether or not we want to go the distance with you. We know whether we want you for short term. We know whether we want you for temporary long term, and we know whether we want to have that permanent connection with you as far as being married. Now, a right man, he's not looking for nothing temporary. He's not looking for nothing temporary. He's looking for a woman that he could be serious, that he can commit to, and not only commit to, being in a covenant relationship, because he wants the right type of relationship with you. The 5th thing, he will be direct. If a man is very attracted to you, he's going to be direct and tell you that he desires you. Yes, you, sister. He's going to tell you that he desires you. However he's going to fix it. And when I say desire you, I'm not talking about desiring you to put you on your back. He desires you to be a part of his life. He's going to be direct and straight to the point early in the relationship. Not only that, he wants to get to know more about you. He will invite you to eat with him. What do I mean by that? Remember what I'm saying. This is very crucial. He's going to invite you to eat with him. You know how a lot of you ladies like to go to dinner and stuff? He's going to invite you to eat with him. And remember that, because I got something that I'm going to tell you all later on, and you're going to see how the dots connect, okay? When a man really wants to get to know you, he's going to feed you. He's going to feed you. He's not going to feed you Burger Kings and stuff. And I'm not saying he's going to take you to no high-end restaurant, but he's going to feed you. What the reason why he's going to feed you? Because as I always told you, my brothers and sisters, remember it's this strategy called forms, right? FORMS. He's going to talk to you, the right type of man. He's going to see where your thoughts are as far as the F go, family. He's going to see where your thoughts are when it go to the O, that's me, occupation. He's going to talk to you about the R, that's religion, what you believe in. He's going to talk to you about the M, what you think and what you feel about money. Then S, he's going to get to the topic about the sex part. So those are 5 most important things that this man going to talk to you about. If this man is serious about you, he's not going to delay. He's going to be straight to the point when he's taking you out to dinner, okay? You see, the dinner will be pleasant. But if a man is on his grind and this man is serious about his purpose in life, he's going to go on the most important things in the relationship with you to see what your thoughts are. He's going to look beyond your pretty face. He's going to look beyond how you shape at dinner, okay? So after he takes you out to eat, this is what's going to happen. Number 7, he will be mindful to provide for you. If you the woman, this man going to make a decision. He's going to start thinking, how can I provide for this woman? That's what he's going to think. How can I provide for this woman? Because he knows that if he marries you, he knows that he's going to be the leader and head of the relationship. So he's thinking, and he's going to be mindful, how can I provide for her? Number 8, what is he going to be thinking? He's going to be thinking, he's going to be mindful of how he's going to protect you, okay? If he's the head and the leader, he's going to be thinking, see, all of this come in what we call love, because the Bible clearly instructs the man to love your wife, and it tells the woman to respect your husband. The Bible never tells a woman to love your husband. It tells the woman to respect your husband, but it tells the man to love his wife. So all of this is part of love, okay? Love is a decision that he got to make. Love is not a feeling. He has to decide to love you. So he's going to be thinking about how he's going to provide for you and how he's going to protect you. And after all of this, he's going to start thinking, I will prepare a place for you. He's going to have something in mind. If he's planning on providing, if he's planning on protecting, he's going to already know where he's gonna have a place prepared for you. 10, he will ask you what date, not day, he's gonna ask you what date is best for you to get married. He's gonna be serious on point. He's not gonna drag his feet, sister. If a man is truly attracted to you, he's gonna say what date. He's not going to let a year go by. Hello, sisters. He's not going to let a year go by. He's not going to drag along. You see, some people say you need to be with a person for X amount of time, whether or not you're going to decide whether or not you're going to get married to a person. Let me tell you this, brother and sister. There are some couples that have been together for 50 years, and they don't know everything about one another. My brother and sister, if you're going to wait till you know everything about someone, you will never get married. You understand? You will never get married. That's right, mother. You will never get married. I'm telling you, my brother, and I'm telling you, my sister, you wait for somebody that's going to check out all these lists, right? You will never find the perfect man, sister. Brother, you will never find the perfect woman. Brother, you will never know that woman totally. It's going to be a lifetime journey learning that woman. Sister, it's going to be a lifetime journey learning that man. You will never know that man 100%. You will never know that woman 100%. You know why? Because, brother, you're not Jesus. Sister, you're not Jesus. You don't have that ability to know someone to the core. The only thing you're going to know about a person is that person's pattern and behavior. And you're going to have, that man going to keep in mind, if this the right man, he's going to know that you're going to change as you grow. The day that man met you, he knows, if he's a mature man, he knows that you're going to change as time go on. And if you're a mature woman, you're going to know that this man is going to change as time go on. So some of you brothers and sisters, you'll be saying, so like, he or she changed on me. Yes, if you get in a relationship with someone, that man and that woman is going to change, because when you get older, your thought process will change. Like if you're 30 years old now, you're not thinking how you used to be when you in high school. Now, if you 30 years old and you thinking how it used to be when you was in senior high, you got a problem. It's just like a little baby. When a baby is born, you don't want that baby, you don't want to tote that baby, a 2-year-old baby in your arm. No, you looking for that baby to grow. You looking for that baby to start taking steps, right? That's how it is for a relationship with a man and woman. You carry each other first, and then you're gonna be walking through. You're gonna wobble in the relationship, right? You're gonna fall sometime in the relationship. How babies fall. But what does a baby do? A baby fall, but a baby gets up right. Then the baby gets steady. That's how a relationship go, brother and sister. You carry each other initially. You be very excited. And once you be very excited, and then after that wear away, because that stuff that represented it, it's going to go away. Because the real you going to start shining, my brother. And the real you going to shine, my sister. So you're doing like a baby. You're going to be holding on to things until you get confident. You're going to let the table go or whatever. And then you're going to start taking steps. That's how it is in a relationship. You're going to start taking steps in a relationship until you're able to walk fluently. You understand? So, sister, when a man is ready for you, he's going to ask you what the date is. He's not going to play around with you. Some of you sisters now, you've been dating a man 2 years, 2+ years, 20 years, and this man still taking you around in circles. It shouldn't be that way. A man that's serious about you, he is going to ask you within a short period of time, give me a date. When is it good for you? He's not going to wait for you to bring up the question, are we going to get married? What are we doing? He's not going to do that. This man, a leader don't go, if you in the military, a colonel don't go to a private and say, when you want to go to war. A colonel don't go to a private and say, when you want to go to a war. A colonel will go to a private and say, we are going to war. I want you to be ready. So a man that is very attracted to a woman, he's going to want that date. He's looking forward. He's serious because what? He's serious about you. He's committed to you, and he wants to do the covenant thing right by God. 11. He will prepare where you and he will go after you say I do. After you commit to that man, sister, this man and you, once you say I do, he's going to prepare a place for you in his life, in his purpose. You understand? In his life and in his purpose. Because a man that's serious, he already know who he is. He already know why he's here, and he know where he's going. He wants you to be a partner in his life. Because a man is serious about you, he's serious about the will of God. Number 12, if a man is very attracted to you, when you get back from your honeymoon, and how you shape, I'm going to keep saying that. He's attractive than more than how you look and how you shape. He sees something more beautiful on the inside of you than on the outside. Now, nothing wrong with a woman looking nice on the outside. Nothing wrong with it. But the more beauty is on the inside. Now, let me give you, my brothers, especially you, my sister, let me give you an example of a man that found a woman that is highly attractive, okay? A man that found a woman that's highly attractive. Let me show you something on this. We're going to go, and you all are familiar with this, right? You familiar with this story. We're going to talk about Ruth and Boaz. There's a book in the Old Testament called Ruth. The main character in this story is Ruth. A lot of you all are familiar with it. I'm going to make some points about it, okay? So this is an example of a man that make his decision on this one particular type of woman that he wants in his life. Now, We're going to start with Ruth, okay? Let me give you a little background of Ruth, okay? This is a little background. Her mother-in-law, Naomi, was married. Naomi had 2 sons. They moved from where they came from, okay? And they moved to a country where Ruth was at. Ruth was a Moabite, okay? She was of another culture. So when Naomi moved to where Ruth was at, keep in mind, Naomi was married to her husband and 2 sons. One of Naomi's sons married Ruth. Naomi's husband died, Ruth's husband died, and Ruth's sister-in-law husband died. So Naomi was going back to her hometown. She told her 2 daughter-in-law, you can stay here and go get married and live your life here because you're 2 young girls, right? One of the sisters and one of the young ladies, she decided to stay there. Ruth decided to go back with her mother-in-law, right? So at that particular time, Ruth started believing in God. So she went back to Naomi's hometown. Ruth had to get on her grind. Naomi was an older woman. So Ruth was not, you got to keep in mind, Ruth was not looking for no man. She was not looking for a man at all. Ruth was looking at 2 things. She was worshiping God, and not only that, she had to take care of herself and her mother-in-law. So this is where the story started picking up. Ruth goes to work in a field. When Ruth goes to work in a field, this field happened to be owned by Boaz. Now keep in mind, Ruth didn't know nothing about Boaz. Boaz didn't know nothing about Ruth. They didn't know nothing about one another. Ruth was there to be on her grind. And Boaz, one day, Boaz came from Bethlehem to check out the field. Now, if you could understand it, my brothers and sisters, so far, you're going to understand this. God was setting up the situation. Even though Ruth came from an environment she lost her first husband, Ruth could not see into the future. Boaz could not see into the future. Boaz didn't know nothing about Ruth. Keep in mind, he didn't know nothing about her. She didn't know nothing about him. But some people would look at it and say, oh, it was a coincidence that Boaz and Ruth met. It was not no coincidence. When a man and a woman meet, a right man and the right woman meet, is never a coincidence. It's part of God's plan. You understand? Now, when Ruth came down to work, she was hired to work. Boaz didn't hire her originally, but Boaz owned that land. So the situation was, when God called the man and the woman to meet, God said that he used the circumstance to bring the man and the woman together, like he did with Boaz and Ruth. Now, just then, Boaz arrived from Bethlehem and he greeted the harvesters. And Boaz said to them, the Lord be with you. In other words, Boaz greeted the men that he had hired and he said, the Lord be with you. Or in our language, Boaz would probably say, what's up, boys? Okay. Then he said, the Lord bless you. They answered. So they responded back to Boaz and they said, the Lord bless you. So that was their way of saying hello and how you doing. Okay. Now, check this out, my brothers and sisters, especially you sisters. Boaz asked the overseers of his harvest, who does that young woman belong to? Do you understand that? It was something about Ruth. When Boaz came on the scene, he spotted her, right? It was a whole bunch of women that were working for Boaz. But it was something about this sister Ruth, that Boaz asked the question, who does this young woman belongs to? So the Bible doesn't say how Ruth looked. Physically, it did not say how Ruth. So what did Boaz see? Boaz seen something inside of Ruth. Even though he seen the outside of Ruth, Ruth was shining from the inside out. Ruth had that inside glow. She was illuminated. How was she illuminated? she had God present inside of her. That's what Boaz seen. A lot of people think that it was just physical attraction. No, it was deeper than physical attraction, because she stood out. Boaz said, "Who does that young woman belong to?" Then this is what the overseer said. He replied, "She is a Moabite who came back from Moab with Naomi, the mother-in-law." She said, "Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves behind the harvest." She came into the field and has remained here from morning till night, except for a short rest in shelter. Now, day one, when Ruth came there, was the day Boaz seen her. It was instant. Because it say, the overseer telling Boaz, she said, now she came looking for a job, right? She said, "Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves behind the harvesters." That's all Ruth would think about. Ruth was on her grind. So this day one, God set this up day one. That's what I'm telling you, my brother and sister. When a man meet a woman, a mature man, meet a mature woman, it doesn't take a man a long period of time to say she's the one. So let's go on with the story. So Boaz said, so what did Boaz do? Boaz stepped up to Ruth. It say this. So Boaz said to Ruth, "My daughter, listen to me." That's what it said. "My daughter, listen to me." So now he had Ruth's ears, right? So he approached her. He said, "My daughter, listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field, and don't go away from here." You see what Boaz said? He said, "Don't go. Don't." As a matter of fact, you all remember that song by Dennis Edwards, "You ain't got to look no further." That's what Boaz was telling Ruth. You ain't got to look no further. Just stay here. So stay here with the women who work for me. Watch the fields where the men are harvesting and follow along after the women. Now listen to what Boaz said. "I have told the men not to lay a hand on you." So what was Boaz doing? He was looking out for Ruth, and he also had a sidebar conversation with the men that were there, and he had told them, "I had told the men not to lay a hand on you." So what was Boaz saying? He was telling his guy, "Look, don't bother her. She's going to be mine." That's what he was basically saying. And whenever you are thirsty, go and get a drink from the water jars the men have filled. So he was providing for Ruth. It was just like, whatever you want. Like Babyface was saying, whatever you want, it's all right with me. But he didn't tell Ruth you got that whipping. He just said, "Well, if you thirsty, go and drink from the water jar what the men have filled." And this is what Ruth said to Boaz. At this, she bowed down with her face to the ground, and she asked him, Ruth asked Boaz, "Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me a foreigner?" What is a foreigner? A foreigner is a person that comes from another place. So out of all the women, Ruth seen these women. So Ruth wanted to know, what is it about me? I'm the new girl. I'm the new girl in town. What is it about me? What stood out? Boaz replied, this is what Boaz said. "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother in your homeland and you came to live with a people who did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whom wings you have come to take refuge." Do you understand how Boaz responded to her? Boaz checked her out. Boaz did a little background. If a man is really interested in you, sister, he's not just going to take your word for it. He's going to do a background. Just like me. I'm not Boaz, but just like me. When I met my wife, I looked at her, she looked nice. I told her, I said, you look nice, but I got to know how you think. That's what I told my wife. But also, by knowing what she think, I had to do a little background check on her. Just like Boaz, he had to check Ruth out to see was she legit. He was not looking for a perfect woman. He was looking for the right woman. You understand? That's what he was doing. He was looking for the right woman. And then Ruth came back and said, may I continue to find favor in your eyes, my Lord. She said, you have put me at ease. Yes, you have put me at ease by speaking kindly to your servant, though I do not have the standing of one of your servants. So Ruth was humble. She acknowledged how Boaz spoke to her. That's why I tell you guys, I said you cannot talk to a woman like you talk to men. You can't talk to a woman, especially a woman that you're interested in. You can't talk to a woman like a man. Women are emotional. They have some analytics, but women are emotional. You have to handle women like they China. You know how some of you old school, you know, when your mama had their curio cabinet, and then they had that little china, that china. You see, my mama, she looking. They had that china, and you can't eat it. You can't eat out the china. Only thing you can do is just look at it. And it only come out during holidays. And also another thing, some of you brothers and sisters, you all remember the plastic that used to be on the living room stuff, and you couldn't even sit on the plastic. I never could understand it, but that was a long story. But anyway, that woman, she is delicate. Women are delicate. I don't care even if they're trying to walk like a man. On the inside, women are delicate. So, brothers, when you talk to a woman, just like Boaz said, just like Ruth told Boaz, you have put me at ease. You want to put the woman at ease. Just like Boaz put Ruth at ease. You got to understand, brother, when you talk to a woman, you can't talk to her from a logical standpoint. You have to talk to her from an empathy standpoint. You got to talk to a woman, you got to talk into her heart. Once you're talking to a woman's heart, she have to accept it through her will. She's going to decide to accept or reject what you say, which goes to her mind. So when you approach a woman, brother, and she's attracted, you have to approach her heart first. It goes through that door called her will, and the will go to her mind. So, brother, that's where you want to end up at when it comes to a woman. If it's the right woman, you want to end up in her mind. To get to her mind, you got to go through her heart. You can't get to a woman through her mind. You got to get to a woman through her heart. That's how you do. And women, let me tell you something. You can't get to a man through his heart. You have to get to a man's mind first. Then it got to go through his will. He's going to accept or reject you. And once he accepts and rejects you, what you want to do, sister, is get to his heart. So it's a reversal. Sister, you get to the man's mind first. Once you get to his mind, he will accept and reject with the will. Then it goes to his heart. So it's a reversal how you approach each gender. Every man and every woman does not know what I just talked about. Most women think you could talk to a man like you're talking to another woman. That's right. Some of you sisters, you talk to a man like you could talk to a woman. You can't talk to a man like you talk to a woman. That's why some of you sisters, you think that men are cold. You think men are unresponsive. If you know the majority, a lot of men, they're not talkative like women. You know why? We don't roll like that. Now, you have some talkative men. But in general, men use fewer words than women. Women are more verbal, and they like to use a whole bunch of words more than a man. Real men, they try to use short sentences, and they try to use short sentences to make a point. Men want to get from point A to point B straight in a short period of time. Men, real mature men, they want to deal with a woman bottom line. But when a man is attracted to you, he's going to put you at ease. So when a man is attracted to you, sister, and he puts you at ease, you're going to feel comfortable talking to him. You're going to feel comfortable being in his presence. You all remember what I said earlier when I said you could tell what a man needs to do out of the points when I said out of the 13 points. Remember I made a statement that he would take you to eat. Remember I said that. Once Boaz and Ruth got to know one another, and Ruth said her thing that you put me at ease. Check this out. At mealtime, Boaz said to her, "Come over here, have some bread and dip it in the wine vinegar." You see what Boaz did? He asked Ruth to come eat with him. That's the proper step. Feed her. It worked for Boaz. Feed her. Some of you brothers, you so cheap. Some of you brothers, you got this mentality now. It's so widespread. Now some of you brothers, you don't want to spend no money. I didn't say take that woman to no high-end restaurant. You don't have to take her to no high-end restaurant. Because wherever you take a woman, she's going to expect that. You take the woman to have a pleasant meal somewhere. You could take her somewhere. Look at your budget. Don't try to impress her. You understand? Don't try to impress her. Go within your means. Because wherever you start with a woman, you're going to do one or two things. You're going to either increase or you're going to decrease. Don't start at the top, and then when you start at the top, you take the woman to a high-end restaurant, and then when you get in good with her, you want to just start going through the Burger King window or go to Burger King all the time. It don't work like that. You start at the middle, brother. Then you work on if you're going to go to a high-end restaurant. So, brother, you have to feed her. And what's the purpose of feeding her? That's when you talk to her. If you notice, that's the strategy what Jesus used. What do I mean by that? You all remember, it was two situations where Jesus fed the people fish and bread, fish sandwich, right? It was in the Bible. When Jesus, he used a few fish and bread, right? When Jesus fed 5,000 men plus women at one time. Once Jesus fed the men and women, what happened? After he fed them, he talked to them. He got them comfortable. He fed them. Then he was able to talk to them. That's what you're supposed to do, brother. You feed her. Some of you brothers saying, I'm not going to take her nowhere and she just going to use me. That's why I'm telling you, don't take her nowhere where it's going to hurt your pocket. Even if she's going to use you, take her somewhere where it won't put that much dent in your pocket. If you're so concerned with a woman using you, don't take her to no high-end restaurant. Take her somewhere if she call herself using you, she won't use you no more. But you sure have discernment when you're taking a woman out. You don't take every woman out to dinner. You don't take every woman out to dinner. Don't try to impress every woman. Because if you try to impress every woman by taking them out, you're going to end up broke. Or you're going to end up disappointed. Or you're going to get pissed off and you're going to start having the attitude that all women want to use men. But back to feed her. Boaz fed Ruth. Then it said, when she sat down with the harvester, he offered her some roast grain. She ate all she wanted and had some left over. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? Remember when Jesus fed them? When Jesus fed those people those fish sandwiches, it said that he had some left over. So, brother, when you take her somewhere, when you feeding her, let her get what she want. Let the woman get what she want. And if she want a little doggy bag to take home, let her get a doggy bag. As she got up to glean. Now, Ruth, she ate with Boaz. Then it said, as she got out to glean, she going back to work. Boaz gave orders to his men. Let her gather among the sheaves and don't reprime her. What was Boaz doing? He told his boys. He said, look, let her have what she wants. It's on me. Big Daddy. That's what Boaz called himself. Big Daddy. It's on me. Let her get whatever she wants. That's a good woman. That's going to be my woman. That's what Boaz basically telling the boy. That's my woman. This is my property. I do what I want to do with my property. If I want her to have it, she's going to have it. Do you all understand? Yes, boss, we understand. And can't you imagine the women that was looking at Ruth? They probably said, she just started working here. And how's she able to do all of that? How's she able to go to eat a meal with Boaz? He don't know her. She must be sleeping with him. Yeah, that's what it is. She must be sleeping with him for him to treat her that way. Sister, that's what some women going to be talking about you. They're going to be saying stuff like that. If you find favor in a man, especially if this man would date other women and he make you exclusive, especially if you go on social media and all that kind of stuff, and he make you exclusive, some women that he probably dealt with or whatever, they're going to be checking you out. They're going to be saying, what is she about? They're going to be looking at you, so saying, they're going to look at how your hair is, how your makeup is, how you dress. They may even want to do some research on you. You see, the thing about it, let me tell you something, sister. If you the one, and some of the other women that this man did not commit to, find out that you committed to this lady, they're going to check her out. They're going to check out. Because what they want to do is say, what she got that I ain't got? That's what they're thinking in their mind. What she got that I ain't got? She ain't all that. You see, let me tell you something, sister. If you the one, those other women that look at you, if you the one, and this man is a good man, and this man got good character, this man got good reputation, this man is on his grind, this man got purpose, and these other women, how you doing, Nate? And these other women, they're going to look at you. They're going to be envious of you, sister. They're going to be jealous because you are the Ruth, sister. The man is Boaz. He chose you. So you better believe, sister, when your Boaz choose you, other women that man knew in the past, they're going to be envious of you. They're going to be jealous of you. They're going to check you out. And don't look good. Don't look good. Sister, don't let your hair be fried and laid to the side. Don't be a no beautiful woman, cause a lot of women, they do comparison and contrast. The first thing another woman look at another woman is how she look. That's the first thing they want to know, how she look. You see, and what would get these other women, sister, you a beautiful woman, sister. You beautiful. And these other women, they want to say that you ugly. They want to say that you fat. They're going to throw all kinds of stuff. What does he see in her? Obviously, He sees something in you that they don't have. That's why he chose you, sister, because you got it going on. You did not come into the relationship with your hands out. You didn't come into the relationship with want. When Ruth met Boaz, she didn't come looking for a man to take care of her. Ruth was on her grind. Ruth would think about serving God and taking care of herself and her mother-in-law. All this other stuff came along when Boaz seen her. Boaz seen that this woman was attracted, not only on the outside. So those other women that was there, they got jealous. I could tell you by human nature, they got jealous because Ruth found favor with Boaz. And this is what Ruth did. And then, okay, Boaz gave order to his men and said, let's gather among the sheaves and don't reprime her. Even put some stalls for her from the bundle and leave them for her to pick up and don't rebuke her. So Boaz was in his mind. Boaz already saying, I'm going to take care of her. He was looking out for Ruth's needs, not Ruth's wants. So if a man interested in you, sister, he's going to be interested in your needs, not your wants. A man that's interested in you, he's going to be able to discern your need from your want. He knew that Ruth needed things, so he was providing for her. So Boaz, he showed that he can provide and he showed that he can protect. Day one. What did Ruth do? Ruth was excited. She was excited. She could not wait to go home to tell her mother-in-law. And this is what happened. Her mother-in-law asked her, where did you go glean today? Or in other words, where did you go to work? Where did you work? Blessed be the man who took notice of you. This is what her mother-in-law said. Blessed be the man. Because when Ruth came home, Ruth had it going on. She had a whole bunch of stuff. And Naomi, she was scratching her head. Where you get all that from? You just went to work one day and you got all this? Where you getting it from, daughter-in-law? Naomi said, come here, child. Come here, child. Come here. Sit down. Tell me about your day. Because you went out, you was broke. Now you coming back and you got it going on. You have a whole lot of stuff going on. Tell me about it. Then Ruth told her mother-in-law about the one whom place she had been working. The name of the man I work for today is Boaz, she said. And Naomi said, who did you say? Boaz? Who? Boaz? Hey, how you doing, brother Nate? Boaz? Woo! This I can imagine Naomi saying, woo! Come here, let me hug you. Come here, Ruth. And Ruth was saying, what's going on? What's going on? Come here, child. Come here. She hugged Ruth. Baby, if you were playing the lotto, you hit the jackpot. I did? Yes, you did. You hit the jackpot. You went out one day, and look what you came back with. But guess what, baby? Play your role. Play your role, because it's more to come. You just don't know about that man. That's a good man. That is a good man. He's a man of character. He got a good reputation. He believe in God. He got it going on. Naomi, after Ruth and Naomi had that brief conversation, Naomi gave Ruth the game on how to approach Boaz. This is what she said to Ruth. Now, she put Ruth up on some game because, Naomi, she was a seasoned woman. She was a very seasoned woman. So this is what Naomi told Ruth. My daughter, I must find a home for you where you will be well provided for. Now, Boaz, with whom women you have worked, is a relative of ours. So she knew him. Tonight, this is what mother-in-law is putting in Ruth's mind. she got a strategy. Mother-in-law got a strategy. She said, tonight, not tomorrow. She said, tonight, he will be Ryan Barkley on the treading floor. Then this is what she said. Ruth, wash. That means take a good bath. Go take you a bubble bath. Put on some perfume and get dressed in your best clothes. That's what mother-in-law was saying. She said, go take a bath. Go get that good bubble bath. I could say it like this. Ruth, this is what you're going to do. Go take that bubble bath. Put some perfume on and put your best dress on. Put that red dress on. No, you're not going to Johnny Gill's house, but put on that red dress. Then go down to the tread floor, but don't let him know you were there until he have finished eating and drinking. So what she was saying, don't let him know you there yet now. Let him eat first and let him drink. When he lies down, note the place where he's lying. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do. And then what did Ruth tell her mother-in-law? I will do whatever you say. So Ruth got the game plan. She got the strategy on how to go and be available for that man. So she went down to the trading floor and did everything her mother-in-law told her to do. When Boaz had finished eating and drinking and he was in good spirit, that means his stomach was full and he had he had drunk that drink. Boaz was lit. He wasn't drunk, but he was lit. And he was feeling good. You all know when y'all get those martinis and stuff, I can imagine he probably had a martini or something. He had ate that big steak, and then Boaz had that martini, to chase it down. And then it said when Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirit, he went over to lie down at the far end of the grain pile. Ruth approached quietly. She was moving like a cat. She was moving like a ninja. He didn't hear her coming. Uncovered his feet and laid down in the middle of the night. That didn't mean they had sex, some of you. That don't mean they didn't have sex, okay? In the middle of the night, something startled the man and he turned. So he wasn't expecting Ruth to be there. So when she moved that cover off his feet, he just like anybody, who there? Who there? And there was a woman lying at his feet. After that night, Ruth gave Naomi the 411, and her name was not Mary J. Blige, but she gave Naomi the 411 on her night with Boaz. And after that, Boaz went into action because he had made up his mind that he was attracted to Ruth. He knew she was going to be his woman. Boaz went to town to see how he can talk to the elders on how he can obtain Ruth. Now, there was a legal matter, my brother and sister, during that time that was called the Guardian Redeemer, that Boaz had to settle to gain property, and Ruth was going to come along with it. That's the deal. And that's the deal, and she wasn't dealing with Holyfield, but that was the deal. And the rest, my brother, and the rest, my sister, is his story. So what am I saying? The reason why I gave you those 12 points earlier to build up to the story of Ruth and Boaz, when a man is attracted to a woman, it's more than physical attraction. This man, he's looking at the present, and he's looking into a potential future with the woman. So he living in the present, but he see this woman in his future. A man that is serious and want to commit to a woman, he's going to see her as being a part of his future. And that's what Boaz seen in a short period of time. So what am I saying, sister? If a man is really attracted to you, you're going to see some of the 13 points that I laid out for you early. And not only that, you're going to see it played out similar to what Boaz did for Ruth. Boaz wanted to know about her quickly. Boaz did a background check on her. Boaz made sure he was going to take care of her. He made sure he was going to provide for her. So when a man protect and provide, that's part of love. The Bible clearly says, husband, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave his life for her. And with that, my brother and my sister, ain't my brother, but you my sister, there go your cookie for the night. Go ahead and chew on your cookie. So now you know, you sister, you could be just like Ruth. And with that said, brothers, and with that said, sisters, I love you, I love you, I love you. Peace out.